Hello, my name is Kate. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer, and today I'm going to teach you how to take better portraits. So much of today's world is online, whether it's business or personal. Everybody needs amazing portrait photos, content photos, filler photos, whatever it might be. They need great photos. What makes great photos? One of the biggest things can be all the composition, everything that goes into actually capturing that great photo, but also bringing their personality out in every single photo. If you don't have their personality, you lost the shot. First and foremost, the biggest thing you need to do is get to know your clients before you even get to the shoot, because you want to know who they are, what they do with their lives personally and business-wise, what they want to use these portraits for. Are they trying to highlight something specific? Are they trying to bring their vibe across for their business? Whatever it might be, that will help you dictate as to your location to start with, the time of the day that you're going to photograph, what outfits you're going to suggest that they wear. All these things are all going to combine into one big thing to create that amazing portrait, because you want anyone to see that photo of your subject and think, that's totally them. That's their vibe. That's their personality. You capture it perfectly. That's what you're going for every portrait that you take. So once you've gotten to know a little bit about your subject, whether you are emailing a questionnaire like I love to do, or hopping on a Zoom call, which is I often like to do, but whatever it is, get to know your client, and then you're going to choose a location suitable to what they want to capture in their portraits. So if they're very urban, they have a downtown boutique, whatever it might be, capture it downtown. If they have a hair salon or they are a makeup artist, whatever it might be, photograph them doing that as well. So choose a location suitable to your client. Once you've chosen the best location, you need to decide what is the best time of the day to photograph. One, you need to make sure your client's available, or they have time to be able to book their time off work, or just their schedule to suit being able to shoot that day. You need to decide if you want harsh daylight, if you are going to be in a studio and have your own lighting, if you want to be at sunset and have that afterglow, the backlight, that kind of very softer look, but it's very sort of romantic look, so that might not suit a sort of downtown lawyer office vibes. These all things, it's all adding up to the bigger picture, because then you're going to help guide them on choosing their outfits. Their outfits is going to bring all of this together. I don't normally recommend that people go and buy something new for a photo shoot, because if they wear it every day, that's going to really be their personality, and that's really going to help bring it all together. When you get to location, everything's ready to go, you dialed in your settings, and you're ready to capture that first photo. The first thing that your client's probably going to say is, okay, what should I do? Because it doesn't matter who they are. Most of the time, they need that guidance. They don't want to be micromanaged, and they don't want to be nitpicked, but they need some guidance. What do you want me to do? What should I do with my hands? Where should I look? My biggest tip to start is always movement. Have them walk away from you, walk towards you. Not only does it help you dial in your settings to make sure that you're happy with what you're capturing, but also it gives them a chance to just breathe and relax and just be a little bit more in the moment, in the location, and just work off some of those nerves. Whether you're photographing men or women, play with different angles. There's so many different options here, and that's something I'm going to go into for posing in a different video for you, giving you some top poses. And those are always ones that I have as sort of on the back burner, but I don't necessarily do it for every single client. So once you've had a little bit movement, you've worked out some of those nerves, you're going to give them a little bit of guidance. Have their hands up to their face, whatever it might be, or you can have them look over their shoulder. There's so many different orientations that you can have their body, but also have their arms differently every single time, whatever it might be. I would always suggest having this to suit your subject. Once you've had a little bit of movement going on, you've worked out some of those nerves, try rolling through a few different pose ideas that you have, and tell the client if it doesn't feel natural to them, it's not going to photograph well, and they need to tell you. So then you can mix mash, you can come up with different ideas, just get some moving going. As soon as they feel stiff, it's going to look stiff. So have them just wiggle, just have them relax a little bit, and it can make a big difference. So arms crossed, hands up, looking over your shoulder. Make sure you have a combination of full body, big wide angles, closer ups, hands faces, like all of this, it all makes a difference. And it's going to really bring out your gallery to be able to have that versatility of lots of different options for your subject to be able to have as a full gallery and be able to pick and choose their photos to suit whatever context they're using them in. One of my biggest tips with poses and prompts though is whatever you do at the beginning, try again at the end of your photo shoot, because whatever your location is, you're going to have different sort of spots that you can photograph in, but also your light's going to change from the beginning of your shoot to the end of your shoot, because normally my portraits go for about an hour, so that light can change drastically, so you're going to get a completely different vibe. You can have different backlights, you can change your settings 100 times, but not only that, your subject is going to be much more comfortable at the end of that shoot once you've hung out and you've gotten them comfortable in front of that camera. So even if you did the exact same pose and location at the beginning of the shoot to the end of the shoot, I can tell you it will be a completely different picture. So my biggest takeaways with this is to get better portraits is you have to know your client, you have to know what they're doing it for, what they're trying to achieve from this, where they're going to use it. That can really trigger and dictate the entire photo shoot for you. You're going to help them choose the right location, the correct lighting, the best outfits for it, and you're going to guide them the whole way through. You're not going to nitpick, you're not going to micromanage, you are going to guide. You're going to give them suggestions, tips, ideas all the way along, and then you're gonna keep it flowing, work with them. If they clearly are uncomfortable with what you're giving them, have them sit down, have them sit comfortably, whatever it might be, play with their hair. A little bit of movement will always keep someone a little bit more natural.